Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on February 27th, 2024. And we started with entrepreneur, entrepreneur. You can also hear it said newer, entrepreneur, but the dictionary listed this one as the first one, which means it's the more common. So I'm going with that, entrepreneur. And down here, they are combining the word solo with entrepreneur for somebody who owns their own business and it's just a business of one person. So solopreneur, solopreneur. And back to encompass, encompass. And these two words are very confusing because number six sounds the way that it looks, grape vine. And you hold the P so there's no air, just grapevine. But this one looks like vine and looks like yard, but neither of them sound like that. Now the vine sounds like vin and the yard sounds like yard, like her. So vineyard. There are grapevines in the vineyard. Swill. This can mean, as a noun, it can mean garbage, something half liquid, half garbage that they might feed to pigs. Swill. And the vowel is I, as in hit. But the word swell, which means good, is very similar, and the vowel is as in head. So swill is the I. The tongue's a little bit higher. Swill, and then swell, as in yes, The tongue is more flat, and the jaw is a little lower. Swill, swell, swill, swell. So if you said, this wine is swill, that would be awful. If you said, this wine is swell, that would be good. People don't usually say the word swell much anymore. But if you are talking about wine, you want people to know if you think it's garbage or if you think it's really good. Swill, swell. Deliberately. We don't say the middle ER here. Deliberately. Get rid of this E right there. And then you have the burr together. Deliberately. And you hold the T and you don't release the airflow. So you just go from the T to the L. Deliberately. Deliberately drop the T. Your, the perfect your, whether it's either way, either spelling, they can both sound like your. So if it's not an important part of the sentence, how's your family? How's is important and family is important, but your is not because you know who you're talking to, who you're asking. How's your family? Or the Z and the Y can make a zh. How's your family? Literally, the T changes to a D. So literally, if you're going to say all four syllables. But you can also push together, get rid of the middle E, and now you're pushing together the T and the R and have literally. Either way is fine. Literally is much more common among American anybody. Literally. This word, in my head, every time I type it or spell it, I have to think hyperbole. And then when I see it and I read it, I have to think, don't say hyperbole, say hyperbole. Hyperbole. Isn't that weird? Turquoise. Turquoise. Jewelry. Turquoise jewelry. Boys. The S on boys sounds like a Z because without the S, boy, the oi, it's a vowel and all vowels are voiced. So boys, boys and girls. Reggae, reggae. You can say burden, but more likely this is going to change to a syllabic N where the N becomes a syllable all by itself. Your tongue goes up for the D. Burden, burden, burden. The same thing happens with Martin. Mart, tongue goes up. Martin. You can say Martin, but that sounds too correct most of the time. Accusation. You can say you or ya because it's not stressed. Accusation. Accusation. The U will be very short, so it'll be hard to notice. Psychologist. Hold the final T. Psychologist. This one, psychiatrist. Psychiatrist. Americans pronounce the name of the country the same as the name of the animal. Turkey. Sorry. Turkey. Vision. The SION sounds like jeune. Vision. Oh, I didn't put that here. Vision. Vision. And the vowel is it, like hit. Oops, not that one. Sean. I usually put AH to represent the ah sound, so that makes it look even more confusing. But the vowel is ah, like hot. Saint. Hold the final NT. Saint. This is my name spelled different ways. Chris, Chris T. And the vowel is I, like hit. Joe, whether it has an E or not an E at the end, both sound like Joe. And for the American O, it should have an OU. Joe, not just Joel. Joe. Polarization. Polarization. And this one came up as a question, but I did not know how to pronounce it in English. So if anybody knows, please let me know. I couldn't find it on Youglish or Merriam-Webster. So, okay, thanks. I'm going to say it again without stopping. Entrepreneur, encompass, solopreneur, grapevine, vineyard. There are grapevines in the vineyard. Swill, this wine is swill. Swell, this wine is swell. Deliberately, deliberately drop the T. Your or your, how's your family? Literally or literally. Hyperbole, turquoise, jewelry, turquoise jewelry. Boys, boys and girls. Reggae, burden, Martin. Accusation, psychologist, psychiatrist. Turkey, vision, Sean, Saint, Christy, Joe, polarization, and I don't know. Thanks. It was good to see everybody and have a good day.